Hi everyone, welcome to another episode to Road to Endgame. So there has been some progress since last episode. I have gained quite a few stages. I think my new max stage is now 21, nearly 22k. So we've gained a few, and that's just by getting good artifacts, really. That's the main ones. I don't think I've completed any new mythic sets since then. Mechanized Sword and Ancient Warriors completed. I'm now moving on to Treasure Hunter. So Treasure Hunter will be the next set. I've got Reckless Firepower completed. Apart from that, I think I've only got one more, Noble Fencer and Anniversary Gold. They're the only main ones that I've got completed. I will show you my current build on top of my head, but just in case you want to know, it's this one. I will update this. How many points I got for that one? 35. Okay. So I'm going to update that one next and put one more point in that one. But yeah, this is my current build, and I'll show you my equipment. I'll quickly show you what I'm working with. So I've got, so currently using all hero damage, then spell hero, well, the strongest hero I've got at the time, and I've got all gold. Probably that is higher, but I'm going to get rid of that. And chest and gold's the highest, so I might swap to that in a second. Slash and then clanship. I need to get a better clanship because that's quite weak. Pets, these are my pets. I'm using all hero damage. The passive on that's quite good, so that's why I haven't got. I'm not using all damage on that one. These are level of my other pets, and here's my artifacts. So if you ever want to know what my artifacts are currently level at, I'll do that slowly. And then I'll quickly show my passives. There's a couple of S rank ones there. There's 82 artifacts collected. 82. That's it. And then my passives. These are my passives. So decent level. Some are getting bigger. Some are getting bigger, which is good. I'm currently in tournament and I'm in third place, so I'm trying to push. That might be a bit hard, but second place should be quite easy. We should be able to get a second place. I've got plenty of time to do so. I've only done like 2 rounds, I think 2 or 3 rounds worth. So I've only just started, so I know I can push. If I've got enough time after this video editing and stuff, then I'll try to push even further. I can't speak further. So yeah, I'm going to read up some of your questions from last episode. And just a reminder, I will have a live stream going on this Saturday, the 8th of August, around about 9 AM. It's a little birthday stream, so I'm going to be on for a couple of hours just playing some games with you guys, maybe Jackbox TV and other fun games, and maybe a bit of Tap Titans. But I won't, because I'm not streaming Sunday, because I'll be basically a bit in a party mood. I thought I'd do a Saturday morning stream, so if you're free, feel free to drop down. You can join me on Twitch or on YouTube. Twitch is probably a better one to check that out first. Alan Toy says, can you have both Pet Hartmadas and Fairy built at the same time? So they're in gold source. So the most popular one is Fairy and Pet Hartmadas. Now Pet Hartmadas is actually a bit of a mix with Chesterton as well. They normally go hand in hand. There's no real point having both, because you put in skill points in both, which means you either level them high, which means you're using up skill points which you can put in power, which means you won't be able to push as far as you normally would. And also, if you've got them in both evenly, you're spreading out too many points. It's pointless. You won't push, and you're not getting that much gold for it. So you might as well stick with one. Again, if you haven't got the artifacts for both of them, there's no real point. So I think it's Necto for Pet Hartmadas and Great Fairy Medallion for Fairy. So if you haven't got them, so again, there's no point. So pick, normally Fairy is if you can skip adverts and you've got Great Fairy Medallion artifact, and if you can't skip adverts, the default would be Pet Hartmadas. I would recommend to just pick one gold source, because you're basically trying to spread too much in one area, and you won't be as efficient as you think. it might be. So Ronel Mil Evo says, how do you start the run? Do you max war cry or leave at level 1? And we have the same max stage slightly lower than yours. So basically he's asking my skills. So these skills here. Now because I've got a nearly 30 clan XP clan, that means my advanced stage start is reasonably high, I think like 70%, and I've got Noble Fencer, so it helps a bit more. So my run times are like 15-20 minutes, they're not that long. So what I normally do is max out Hanamadas and Warcry, and then once they like basically run out of mana, so for example like I've used them both, I've done a run, and also just do as much as I can. When the mana is low, I normally max out the next one, which would be Deadly Strike, and then again push even further, and then when mana runs low again, I unlock a next one, and again push. Now because my run time's slow, that's why I max them all out. Now that's not that efficient for people who basically have low mana. Because my run time's like 15-20 minutes, I know that I can max them all out straight away, and then it's I will hopefully, well, 90% of the time get to my max stage before running out of mana. Now, majority of people who don't have short run times or in the low level clans, to do mana efficiency, instead of maxing them out, they unlock Warcry and the Hanamadas and Warcry at level 1, and then push as far as they can. And when they can't push anymore, they max out 1, so max out Warcry, push a bit further, and then when they can't push anymore, max out Hanamadas. So they keep at level 1 until they start slowing down, then max them out. That way your mana is quite more manageable by doing it on level 1, maxing it, and then pushing as far as you can, then maxing it. So if you do it that way, you can you can basically stretch out your mana a lot longer. So I max them straight away, but the more efficiently would be to keep them at level 1 to push a bit first. So that would be the most efficient method. Okay, this question for Su Yong Genie says, hi, it might be a long question, but I was wondering when the tournament stands are set. Let's say I join a tournament with relics, diamonds, and crafting stars saved. I join the tournament without anyone inside, and immediately after joined, you spend all the resources. Will the push potential of the people who join after based on the same push potential, or is when I've joined after I've already spent everything? So basically, long story short, he says, how is the tournament set? Is it before or after you join? It's always before, So everyone's potentials, what they currently have before they join the tournament. As soon as they're inside, doesn't matter. So as soon as you're inside, you can buy 50 chests, you can spend thousands of relics or diamonds, and it wouldn't make a difference because your potential before you joined is what it uses to match everyone else at. So it doesn't matter what you do inside. That's why it's good to bank before, to bring it inside and then spend it all inside to push. Jan Andre Fonte says, do you have any tips on how to increase my gold faster? Well, there's loads. So for example, like you can level up your gold based artifacts, so depending on what gold types, for example like Pet Hub, Das, Fairy. There's skills as well like Master Thief, also your equipment bonuses. So for example, like if you've got equipment and you're running a pet build, for example, like you've got a fairy build, do a fairy, equip the fairy bonus multiplier 1. If you've got a pet one, make sure you've got Heart Madas gold multiplier equipped, stuff like that help increase it as well. Well, I'm trying to think what else you could do. You can complete equipment sets. There's a couple that do gold boost equipment. For example, like this one does gold per legendary set, and there's I swear there's a couple more gold ones in here. Or where are they? That one, Treasure Hunter, the Hand Madas one. So if you do Treasure Hunter, that should help as well. So these kind of things, a bit of everything really. There's no quick way. Wide says, do badge stacks. I've got a 30% badge last season, so if you get another 30%, any change will benefit. Yes, they do stack, as far as aware. So when you go to your profile, like here, you see these, it's got ×1. So what happened is it would just say ×2, and it would stack to what the permanent bonus is. So I think it's like, let's have a look at the tournaments on Heart. Say for example, like this one says, if I keep it, I have ×100 all damage forever. So it obviously just stacks more and more. So they do stack. Tomez says, how many episodes do you think you do will the series last? Well, I can't, what episode now, like 40 or something. I think like in fact, I'm on about 20, mid-20s, and it's 98 stage cap at the moment. I reckon it'd be in the hundreds. I'll try to push more chance to get to play, and the longer the series goes on. But yeah, a couple hundred, maybe a few hundred. It's going to be long. Even then, it might even get to a point where I'll get like so into, like, I don't know, when you get all the artifacts, it's normally about 60, 70, 80 stage, and then it's really slow. So if it gets to that point and nothing's changed, or there's no updates to change it, then I might end the series there and just do it once in a while when I've done big increments. Because when it gets to that stage, I'm not doing episodes when I've gained 2,000-3,000 stages. It's like hundreds, like 50 or 100 stages. Ridiculously slow, and there's nothing new. There's no new updates and telling you how to improve. So yeah, it depends. When it gets near the end, I might just do one every couple of weeks when I've done like a massive chunk or jump. But we'll see. We're a long way off, but a couple hundred episodes at least. Got plenty to do. Plenty to do. Here's an interesting one from Kryptonite. Could you say which skill build is going to be the most useful for every stages? Like from stage 0 to 30 could be Clanship with the best, and then 31 to 60 Shadow Clone, and then after Heavenly Strike, this would be really useful. That's a good question. That what you just said could be general what people do. Now it's not really done on stages, it's done on skill points. So there's no, you don't hit a certain stage and then you swap build. It's your skill point and what equipment and artifacts you have. So majority of people use Clanship as beginner build because that's just steady, reliable, and it's just like pretty much standard build to use. So when you first start the game, stage 0 up until maybe 1,000 skill points, use Clanship. Now there's a lot of people that stick with Clanship until the end of the games, until level cap, 98 cap. So you can still use Clanship, you just build on it to make it stronger and faster, and just keep stacking with it. Now around about 1,000 skill points, it's around about a good time you could swap to Shadow Clone or Heavenly Strike. Now the choice is basically how you play the game or how you want to play the game. Heavenly Strike pushes you more levels because it's a bit stronger, but it's more active, so you have to constantly play the game, tap tap tap, and be a very active player. While Shadow Clone is not as pushes as hard, but it's very lazy. You just activate a few skills, check it every few minutes, and it's what's called a lazy man build. That's nickname for it, a lazy man's build, because it's very laid back. You can play it in the background. So if you don't have much time to play the game, Shadow Clone would be better. If you are a very active competitive player, then Heavenly Strike would be better. So it depends on how you want to play the game, on which build if you want to change. If you're happy with Clanship, stick with it forever. If you want to push more and be more competitive in tournaments, Heavenly Strike. Or if you're chilled, Shadow Clone. Those are my opinions, and I hope it helped. Those are some of the questions from last episode. Thank you very much for leaving them. I really do appreciate them. If you have any questions for the next episode, leave a comment below, and like and subscribe and hit the bell so that you're notified and yet to see your answer to your questions. So thanks very much for watching. I hope you have an awesome day. Remember, I stream on Twitch every Sunday at 8 PM GMT, apart from this Saturday, where it's Saturday morning. It'll be Saturday around about 9 AM. So only this weekend, and then back to normal as usual. Apart from that, have a fantastic day and take care. Bye.